of their skipper Richard Gough, who missed the midweek defeat by Dundee United at Tannadice, and manager Walter Smith will be hoping that performances improve after taking just 1 point from the last possible 4. And the man he'll be looking to more than most for victory is striker Ali McCoist, who has a remarkable scoring record against Celtic. He's done so in every season since joining Rangers. His current form is also impressive, with 9 goals in the last 6 games, including 4 doubles. And under particular scrutiny this afternoon will be Rangers and Scotland goalkeeper Andy Gorham, who hasn't enjoyed the best of fortune recently and managed just 2 shutouts in the last 12 games. That contrasts with a start which saw him lose just 1 goal in 9 matches. Celtic had a long-expected lines following a 2-match spell, which has seen them score 9 goals and lose none. But like his Rangers counterpart, Liam Brady is hoping his team can come out of a rollercoaster season and achieve consistency. And one man certainly showing consistency in front of goal is Charlie Nicholas, who's playing the best football since his first spell with Celtic in the early 80s. Since scoring against Dundee United in the opening day of the season, he's raised his tally to an impressive 15 goals, 4 from the penalty spot. Like the man at the other end of the field, Celtic and Republic of Ireland goalkeeper Pat Bonner will also be under the microscope this afternoon. He'll have taken some confidence from 2 shutouts in the past 2 games, but some recent performances have also brought him criticism. The referee is Mr. Brian McGinley from Balfour, who handled last Sunday's Stoll Cup final at Hampden. He was also on duty for the midweek league match between Hearts and St Mirren. So Celtic get the match underway. A crowd of some 36,500. Rangers going for 7 in a row today. They're unbeaten in the last 6 Old Firm matches here. During that time, they've recorded 5-1, 4-1 and 3-0 victories. Celtic's last win here was in the centenary season when they won 2-1 in March 1988. So Richard Gough, the Rangers captain, forward to Ali McCoist. He's fouled there by Derek White. And there'll be a word of warning for the Celtic player from referee McGinley. Will be determined to get control of this game early on. Ali McCoist trying to get away from White onto the ground. So the player being left in no doubt about the standards the referee expects. Ali McCoist took a hefty knock in midweek against Dundee United. He's been struggling with an ankle injury all season, but happily for Rangers, he's back on his feet. And the match will restart with the free kick. Nigel Speckman over the ball, playing it to Stuart McCall. High one forward looking for Haitley. Harry Stevens going in there. Scott Nisbet, a nice little back heel. Stevens again. And the ball behind there. What a chance falling to Peter Houstra. Well, lovely little touch initially by Scott Nisbet there. Back heel flick into the path of Gary Stevens. An excellent cross, just inches away from Houstra. Charlie Nicholas going for it, headed away by Gough, but straight to Miller. McNally coming in support. Houstra providing cover. Ball given away though. Speckman stepping in now for Rangers. Galloway for Celtic. Good challenge by Stuart McCall. Houstra to McCoist. Scripture play to Gary Stevens. That's excellent play by Ali McCoist. Good awareness. The early cross. It's well taken by Bonner, but he's nudged there by McCoist. Referee waving play on. And Bonner can manage a bit of a smile. Well, it was excellent play by Ali McCoist, looking up and seeing Gary Stevens galloping up the right-hand side of the field. And Bonner taking it comfortably. Knocked down by McCoist. Well, what a record McCoist has for Rangers. Top scorer in every season, except one since arriving here at Ibrox. He's Haitley getting the touch on now to Houstra. Houstra trying to get away from his marker. Good play by Houstra. The ball taking a deflection and going behind for the corner. That was Derek White who got in the challenge. Fine getting a touch forward. It's cut out by Roberts. Now it's Miller. Goff stepping in. Losing out though to McNally. Ball coming off the head of Miller. Well, the Rangers defence all over the place. Nicholas's shot blocked there. Still Celtic have it. It's Paul McStay to Dubček. Squaring it to McNally. Disappointing effort. A bit of space opened up there for McNally to try the shot. He's got one goal to his credit this season. The ball spinning off the head of Joe Miller. The Rangers defence was really caught here. Broke to Charlie Nicholas. Andy Gorham doing just enough to block it. Long high ball from Scott Nisbet. Safely giving chase. Bonner quite happy to let it run behind for the goal kick. Gary Stevens for Rangers. Well, the game hitting a bit of a lull. And the goal would certainly liven up the proceedings. Gary Stevens with the header, conceding the throw-in to Celtic. Dubček happy to roll it back to Bonner. Nisbet and Coyne going for it. Coyne getting the touch forward. Gary Stevens providing the cover. And he gets a throw in. Tony Coyne gets back to his feet after taking that considerable dunk. Stevens again through to Haitley. Ferguson, good ball to Houstra. Robertson coming in support. And Robertson trying to use his pace. It's in ahead of McNally, the ball breaking away from Galloway. Well, the Celtic defence all over the place. Eventually it's pushed behind by Derek White. Dreadful defending there by Celtic. The Rangers have the corner. Houstra again to take it. Nisbet's well forward. To is Robertson. Nisbet playing it through. Swept away by White. And Brian O'Neill took a knock during those exchanges, but he's managed to get back to his feet. Robertson fouled by Miller. A free kick to Rangers. Scott Nisbet flipping it forward, looking for Haitley. Galloway under pressure here from McCoy. McCoy topples to the ground. The referee indicating there had been an earlier nudge there by Haitley, and he's calling for the ball to be brought forward, so in fact this didn't matter at all. Nisbet getting the touch forward. Now it's Spackman to Houstra. Spackman racing forward. Running there by the Rangers midfielder. Ball coming off Brian O'Neill. Now it's McNally. Nisbet stepping in for Rangers. Gary Stevens. Goff and Nisbet getting things tight at the back. Dovcek taking his eye off the ball. Haitley has it. Good play by Haitley. Well, Ali McCoy was just inches away from that, dithering in the Celtic defence. Haitley getting away from Darius Dovcek, then showing lovely skills here as he steps away from Derek White. Look at Ali McCoy, just an inch away from that. Miller now, challenged there by David Robertson. Referee waving play on. Andy Gorham just managing to keep the ball in play. The Rangers dugout, Stevie Dodds standing alongside. Mo Johnson and Oleg Kuznetsov are the substitutes. Collins for Celtic. Put out by Nisbet. And there goes the half-time whistle. Well, a very tight first half. Players finding themselves closed down very quickly indeed. The best chance really falling to Rangers. Great play by Haitley as he stepped away from Dovcek and then White. And his cross was just inches away from Ali McCoist. The half-time score here at Ibrox, Rangers 0, Celtic 0. Get the second half underway in front of this Ibrox capacity crowd. Getting an early touch. Nil for Celtic to McNally. Miller. McNally again. Play by McCall. McCoy's trying to find him again. Derek White stepping in. Nice little touch there from Stay to Collins to Nicholas. Quickly shut down by Nisbet. Actually quite frantic in the middle of the park. Collins emerges with the ball. Julie gives it away. Collins. Still Collins for Celtic. Blocked over by Gary Stevens. Now it's Spackman. To Haitley. Well controlled there to McCoy's, but McCoy's losing out to McNally. It's stay for Celtic. Ball breaking through now for Collins. The challenge going in from Gary Stevens. Excellent defensive play. John Collins testing the Rangers defence, but Stevens answering the call. A bit of jostling going on there between Nisbet and Coyne. Ian Ferguson emerging with the ball. Challenge going in from Darius Dovcek, and Rangers have the throw-in. Doing well again. And the cross-field pass, but it's cut out by McNally. The Rangers defence cut out here. It's Tommy Coyne. Charlie Nicholas trying to find an opening. Well, he tried to flip the ball into the path of Paul McStay. Didn't quite come off. Italy climbing for it. Cut out by Galloway. Dovcek. And ball with his left foot. Through to Charlie Nicholas. He gets away from Goff. And they got him though to Rangers' rescue. It's an excellent long ball by Darius Dovcek. And Nicholas getting away from the Rangers captain. Gorham committing himself. Doing well. Nisbet clearing for Rangers, returned by Collins. That's Coyne. Collins again, doing well, stepping away from Ferguson. Finding Joe Miller, Celtic with plenty of players forward. Miller driving it forward, and the ball going behind for the corner kick. It was excellent play by John Collins, getting away from Ian Ferguson. Picking out Joe Miller, who then took on David Robertson, and got him happy to see the ball go behind. Ferguson for Rangers. Well challenged by Collins. And Collins coming more into the game. Here's McStay. Collins again. Nice little dummy there. Well, Coyne leaving it to Nicholas, but Gary Stevens making the challenge for Rangers. Still Celtic have it. Dovcek getting onto the left foot. It's cleared though by Nisbet. Forward to Haitley. Challenged by White. Referee awarding the free kick to Rangers. Haitley being watched by White as Nisbet takes the free kick. Haitley going for it. Oh, what a dangerous man this can be. He really does put in a power of work for Rangers. Climbing high there, getting his head to the ball. Robertson stepping in for Rangers. Put out by McStay to Nicholas. Leaving it to Collins. Well, Haustra did well there, stepping away from McStay. Haitley. Challenged by Galloway, still Haitley. Gary Stevens in space on the right. Playing it in there to McCoist. Ali McCoist for Rangers. Minutes gone. Joy for Rangers, the supporters, and for Ali McCoist. Well, it was Gary Stevens finding himself plenty of room on the right-hand side of the field. They played the ball in towards the near post. McCoist launched himself at it. Sheer joy for Ali McCoist. That's his 210th competitive goal for Rangers. The head of White, Galloway's in there. A call forward looking for Haitley. That's Haustra. A call. Haustra again. Play by Rangers. Haitley's in there, right across the face of goal. And it was Derek White getting the touch to Pat Bonner. Well, excellent play by Rangers on the left between McCall and Haustra. There was Haitley. Now Celtic will make a substitution. In fact, it's a double substitution. Nicholas and Miller leaving the field, and on come Cascarino and Morris. Well, Chris Morris has started 13 games for Celtic this season, and today is Cascarino's 15th appearance, 7 of them as substitute. Spackman with the pass back to Cascarino, and he equalises for Celtic. 70 minutes. Cascarino's been in the field only a few moments. A nightmare of a pass back there from Spackman. There seemed to be no trouble at all for Rangers. There was Cascarino scoring only his second goal for Celtic. It was Tommy Coyne with the downward header. Spackman with the pass back. Cascarino reacting immediately and sending the ball into the back of the net. Rangers 1, Celtic 1. Spackman can't believe it. The Rangers have it all to do again. They worked hard to get that opening goal. They've gifted Celtic an equaliser. Spackman in possession. He'll want to atone. It's a good ball forward to Robertson. Ali McCoist! And the ball dipping over the crossbar to Spackman. Good ball forward to Robertson. And his cross hit first time by Ali McCoist. And ball forward from Galloway. Tommy Coyne in there, but Gary Stevens finding his goalkeeper. Italy. Bonner taking the ball away from the head of McCoist. Next day for Celtic. Support from Dovcik to Collins. Good play by Celtic. To Coyne. Collins again. John Collins, a great save by Andy Gorham. Swept away by Houstra. Superb build-up there by Celtic. And Collins testing the Rangers goalkeeper. Still Celtic pushing forward. Stevens giving the ball away. Morris clipping it in. Cascarino. Well, a free header at goal. Gorham's unhappy with his defence. Cascarino with the chance. Earlier there, a good build-up by Celtic. Collins striking the ball with his left foot and good reactions from Andy Gorham. Walter Smith has come down from the stand to join Archie Knox at the dugout. Houstra forward to McCall. Galloway getting into trouble. Ball forward to Robertson. Chance on for Rangers. Well stopped by Pat Bonner from Ian Ferguson. Well, Ferguson can't quite believe it, but that was a very good stop indeed by Bonner. It was Robertson getting into a good position here. The ball taking a deflection and then the shot. And the referee checking his watch. Gary Stevens will attempt the long throw. There goes the final whistle. So warm handshakes all round. It's been a disappointing afternoon for Ali McCoist and Rangers. He scored a very good goal indeed. It was Gary Stevens playing the ball in from the right and McCoist launching himself at it to head the ball into the back of the net after 60 minutes to put Rangers ahead. And then a mistake by Nigel Spackman allowed Tony Cascarino to grab an equaliser for Celtic. So Rangers have managed just 2 points out of a possible 6 in what's been a disappointing week, but there's a happier man this evening, Tony Cascarino. The final score here at Ibrox Stadium: Rangers 1, Celtic 1. Walter, you must be disappointed to say the least.
Yeah, we were disappointed to drop a point there. I felt first half of the game we played as well as we played against Celtic for many a day, and when you're going in at half time in an Old Firm match, having dominated most of the first half and not getting a goal out of it, you're always a wee bit concerned. And I think it was quite right. I think Celtic in the second half of the match came back into the game, and actually when we scored their goal, we probably looked least like scoring at any time in the game, and after that came back into it quite strongly again, and maybe could have extended the lead, and then I've given away a bad goal and found ourselves losing a point, so we were disappointed.
Well, Tony, a happy day for you here at Ibrox Stadium.
Yeah, very pleasing really after probably a difficult time. I'm glad to score against the Rangers. That was made a bonus for me today.
It really cheered up the Celtic fans.
Yeah, I felt we deserved to draw apart from that, but the fans deserve something today. They were right behind us from the start.
In the second half, Paul McStay and John Collins really started to get to grips with things in midfield, and that seemed to make the difference.
Yeah, first half Rangers really ran the game, and the gaffer said at half time he wanted us to try and get to them a bit more. And I felt we did second half. We created a lot more chances, and I felt we definitely deserved to get something out of the game.
Now, there's been a lot of speculation in recent days about the future of Maurice Johnson. Can I ask you to spell out the exact position?
The exact position is that nobody from Leeds United has spoken to me about Maurice Johnson. I've never spoken to anybody from Leeds United. And it just seems to be one of these things that when you leave a player out at Rangers, if he's off the standard of Maurice Johnson, as soon as you leave him out and he sits a couple of games out, that transfer speculation crops up. And as far as I'm concerned, that's all it is, pure speculation.
And do you think that goal today will be a big help to you in your relationship with the supporters?
Of course it will. They've been magnificent to me in recent weeks. I think they understand that I wanted to really do well for Celtic.
Gordon, Rangers must still be kicking themselves today. They made a couple of very good chances in the first half. They scored an excellent goal in the second half, then shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, well, I mean, they seem to have been having problems of late. They've been making a lot of individual errors, as Walter Smith has pointed out. But I felt at the end of the day that Celtic probably deserved their point, because Rangers started off well, and as Walter Smith was saying, they probably dominated the first half, but never really created any clear-cut chances. Celtic come back into the game in the second half, defended well throughout, and at the end of the day, probably, as I said, deserved their point.
Now, lots of people had different man of the match tags yesterday. I think you and I would agree it was Gary Stevens. He played well in defence, he played well in attack, a player of the highest quality.
Yes, I mean, this is a great little move very early on in the game, and we've already seen him putting in a great cross for the Ali McCoy's goal, and this was probably another great cross for Hoystra, which was probably the best chance for Rangers in the first half. And he must be terrible to play against, because apart from trying to get past him, you've got to try and match his runs forward as well. And this is defending at the height. I mean, this is top drawer defending this. John Collins thinks he's got past him. A minute later, in the exact same situation, Collins thinks he's going to get a shot in here, and he makes a fantastic recovery tackle.
Now, the goals have dried up for Mark Catley of late, but he works very hard, and it was another fine performance by him.
Yeah, well, as expected, he won the majority of things in the air yesterday, and as you can see here, Dovcek just doesn't quite control it, and Mark Catley's onto those mistakes very quickly indeed, and he has a great chance for Ali McCoy's. And as you say, he won practically everything in the air yesterday, but to be fair to Celtic, they defended those situations pretty well yesterday. And as you say, I mean, he gets his head to most things that go into the box.
Now, things picked up for Celtic when McStay and Collins started to combine well in the second half. It's hard to believe it was only McStay's 5th game of the season, but the rest seems to have done him good.
Well, I think we've seen them a few weeks ago against Dundee United, and McStay and Collins, and that was probably the best team performance I've seen this season, and it was mainly due to McStay and Collins, because really, in the first half yesterday, John Collins in particular had been, well, anonymous, and then the second half they come right back into it again. As you can see here, they had some lovely passing movements. And it must be frustrating at times for people like Paul McStay, because I mean, he does like to put his foot in the ball and spray the ball about, but as we've seen too often in the Premier League, I mean, you just don't get time to do that.
Now, we've heard today that Liam Brady is looking for new defenders. The Celtic defence has had a lot of criticism recently. They have been losing too many goals.
Yeah, they have lost a lot of goals, and I'm sure that's something they're desperately trying to put right. But I think yesterday, I mean, full credit to the Celtic defence. I mean, this is tackles young Mark McNally, who acquitted himself in what must have been an intimidating atmosphere for a young boy. Derek White, Mike Galloway, they all made a big contribution. They were the main contribution to Celtic's point yesterday. And Mike Galloway, he's just having a purple patch just now. Need another outstanding game.
Now, the two goalkeepers have had a bit of criticism recently as well. It's always a difficult occasion for them in Old Firm match, but both Bonner and Gorham come through well.
Well, they never had a great deal to do yesterday. I mean, Andy Gorham, apart from I think one bad throw out to David Robertson, I think it was in the second half, had 2 good saves, one off of Charlie Nicholas and a good save off John Collins in the second half. Paddy Bonner as well acquitted himself, and they'll be quite happy with their performances yesterday.
Interesting to look at the two midfields. We mentioned Collins and McStay there. There's perhaps a lack of creativity about the Rangers midfield.
Yeah, I think that's been a problem. I mean, since Graham Souness stopped playing, they got Ray Wilkins in, who's a good replacement, and they've never really had a playmaker yet. I mean, we've seen Michaelichenko on a few occasions this season for Rangers, and he showed terrific touches, but I mean, he's yet to convince me, and I think to convince a lot of other people that he's the answer yet. I mean, time will tell, but that has been a problem for Rangers. I mean, Spacken, Ferguson, all good players, but maybe the blend isn't just quite right in the middle of the park.
The Premier Division now very tight indeed, just a few points separating, 6 points in fact, separating the top 6 clubs.
Well, I think it just proves that there's no, at this moment in time, there doesn't seem to be any outstanding team. I mean, people are losing games, winning games. If anything, Hibs have got a couple of games in hand. I mean, they seem to be the most consistent team so far this season. I mean, they've only lost one game, but I think we could see a very, very exciting run into the Championship. I know it's early days yet, but there's any one of 5 teams could win it.
Gordon, for the moment, thank you.
We'll take a short break there. Coming up, the best of the football action from around Europe, the goals from Liverpool against Crystal Palace and highlights of Norwich City against Nottingham Forest.